talk about his success, his long friendship with the star of the movie, Kevin Costner, and his new novel, Ehrman Mortensen, which is definitely a departure from Dances with Wolves, but nevertheless great. Good to see you, Micheal.
Good to be here, Eileen.
You know, I'm wondering, as you think back to all you went through to get where you are right now, is any of it kind of bittersweet? I mean,
not at all.
any anger in you for having to live that kind of life?
I don't think so. None that I know of. You know, now that I've been empowered with success by American standards, my agenda is so heavy that I don't really have time for bitterness or rancor. I'm too busy working for positive change.
You really are, and we're going to talk about that, what you're doing to resurrect libraries and make them something we really value again. But go back to Dances with Wolves. You wanted originally to write the screenplay. You didn't want it to be a novel, did you?
No, I had been writing screenplays in Hollywood for many years, and I had met Kevin in 1981. And Kevin knew that I had not met with much success in Hollywood. The work was good, but Hollywood just didn't want to make the screenplays into movies. So when I suggested the idea, he said, "Don't write a screenplay, Micheal, write a book. You'll have an audience that way." And I thought, well, you know, that's a good idea. And I went home that night and I started writing a book.
Now, why did you have to give up your home to live in a car to do this?
Well, because to write a novel really, for me at that time, after having written so much in my life, I knew that it was going to take a supreme effort to do this, and to have it diluted by having a day job was not going to work. So the only way I figured I could live was to give up my apartment and devote full time to writing.
So what did you do, sit in the back seat of your car with a typewriter?
Well, truthfully, I had lots of friends, and I'd stop in at friends. I slept on a lot of couches and lived out of a lot of refrigerators.
But boy, that's a lot of sacrifice to get it done. So the novel is written, and then what did Kevin do? Say, okay, now write the screenplay? Or who said write the screenplay?
Kevin didn't want to read the book because he was afraid that he would like it. And if he liked it, he'd want to have to make it as a movie. And if he wanted to make it as a movie, he knew that it would be very difficult to do. So he didn't really want to read it, but he finally did.
But why difficult to do? Because of the money involved and the effort in making this kind of epic?
Because Hollywood had felt that Westerns were poison at the box office. Anything remotely Western would be poison at the box office. So Kevin knew it would be a tremendous uphill struggle to make a film out of this work.
And of course, you changed their minds, and now, would you say that now, because of Dances, the genre is for the kind of it's all right to do a Western?
I think what's happened because of Dances is that it's all right to, it's a little more acceptable to make movies about people of color. It's a little more acceptable to make movies about people who speak different languages. It's
and
a little
use
more
their language, right?
And use their language. It's a little more acceptable to make a movie that's not exactly an hour and a half to 2 hours, so the audience gets entertained and then they go home. Yep. You know, Dances with Wolves has proved that a movie can be more than just a formula thing.
The night of the Academy Awards, did you? And I want to know this. Did you expect what happened in your wildest dreams?
Everybody told me I personally was going to win, and that Dances, the movie, was going to win a bunch of awards. They all thought it was going to happen. But when you're the nominee, you can't, at least myself, I can't afford to say to myself, oh yeah, I guess I'm going to win. I was on pins and needles the whole time. And none of us, of course, foresaw what was going to happen with this project.
You must be very grateful for that friendship with Kevin Costner, because he really helped you move it forward, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I think it works both ways. I think Kevin's very grateful for his friendship with me.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And isn't it good that you can say that? Ehrman Mortensen is such a departure. Is this a little bit autobiographical?
Yeah, it's inspired by my experiences in the military, for sure.
Did you date the base commander's daughter?
I did.
Did you?
I
And you
did.
shouldn't have been doing that?
Well, it wasn't considered proper form
No?
for an enlisted man to be going out with the base commander's daughter, but I did.
And did you fall in love?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I
so
did.
So this is really was
Well,
her name Claire?
No.
Okay.
No. It's embellished. It's a novel. It's not exactly as everything happened, but you know, I wanted to write something for young people about what the experience. I wanted to write something honest about what it's like to be young in America and to be falling in love, so that young people would have something to call their own, and also for those of us who are not so young anymore to be able to plug back in and remember what it's like to be young.
And this does that. Will this be made into a movie, do you think?
We've tricked Columbia Pictures into buying this book. And I'm going to executive produce the story. I'm going to write it and I'm going to direct it.
Good for you. So you will have creative control here.
I'll have a lot of control, and I'm going to make it with a woman named Laura Ziskin, who is not just a woman producer, but one of the best producers in the world. So we're really excited about that. And
that's great. And we cannot let you go without talking about this commitment to young people. You're going to speak to young people today, and you'll be doing it all over the country.
All over the country.
To tell them about libraries?
To tell them that libraries are a house of dreams, that we have to keep our libraries open and vital. To tell them that, you know, it used to be that we offered young people a better life. Now we can't even offer them the guarantee of survival. We're not going to save our world that's really in trouble now without the help of young people, and they have to be reading and writing if they're going to be part of the solution.
Really
if they're not reading and writing, how are they going to help?
You're really on a mission for this, aren't you?
I'm on a mission.